Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. Gonna ring some bells here. They may be a little loud. If you're sensitive to volume, you may want to turn your volume down. We'll see what comes through. I was gonna say it was quite loud unless my hearing changed. Uh, the scene, I guess it would almost resemble like Jack and the Beanstalk. Uh, it's growing, and we were climbing up, but we got to a place that uh, we were on the growing aspect, and instead of having to climb, it's just lifting us up. This is, I'm like in space, if we will, now. So definitely a much more view. There's somebody here. They're wearing like a red cloak. Can't really, it's not really a facial expression, but it has the shape. They have a staff, and they're pointing this way. There's it's a galaxy, if we will. A little emotional. They're like, this is home, and you're on vacation, in essence. Uh, it's really giving like a sad experience. Maybe this is for somebody that knows they're not from here and they're really having a hard time here. Uh, Maybe we're spending more time trying to experience our time here away from this experience. Uh, when I opened my eyes, it felt very dark here. It's probably the energy is really taking a toll, and you don't want to be here. You want to go home. Uh, it's a tough space. We'll see. We'll see what comes through here. Five of Swords, confrontation. This is like immediately giving, uh, just dealing with the people that are here. You know, you're coming from a place that, well, literally a place, but even internally, that you just can't everybody see eye to eye, get along? Can't we understand each other? This is uh, really taking a toll. Maybe you're picking up everyone else's energy. Maybe you're carrying things that you don't want to carry and you don't know how not to carry it, but you're absorbing it. And it's very dense, and I don't want to be here. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to. I don't want to. But why? Why are you here? Why are you here? Four of Cups reversed. Renewal. I don't think you're going to like this. It's like what's coming through is like karma, like an experience, and not as a punishment. I don't know where you came from, but let's just look at really coming from a place that uh, everybody was really in sync. Everybody got along. There was no, obviously, there's no crime, but it's like everybody just worked together and everybody kind of had their own thing that supported and was implemented in the village, the community, the society, whatever we want to call it. But by coming here, it's not punishment. It was to experience uh, whatever it is that you're experiencing, to be able to better perform your role at home. That may be hard to understand or see or put all together, but when we really think of that, when we are uh, in perfect space, Like I'll just use heaven as an example. People seem to understand what that is. Let's just picture being in heaven and hey, we're just there and we want for nothing. Everything just shows up as we need it, but it doesn't even matter because we don't need the material possessions or anything like that because we're just in this space of unconditional love and everything is hunky dory. It's just perfect. There's no there's nothing that affects anything because we're in that space. Now let's picture where we used to live like that. And we would have never known what pain was or what suffering was or struggle or our emotions getting twisted and turned and fighting for our life to just get through to the next minute type of thing. Uh, Coming here with this new perspective and this new experience really brings in this role or this ability uh, at home. I'm not saying it's easy, I'm not saying it's fair, but when we can look at that perspective, when we can really embody that view, when we can step out and see that and understand that, it makes a bit more sense and it is quite meaningful because how else would we know? How else would we be able to truly implement that at home? Queen of Swords, informed decisions. Oh, where did it go? What was that? Had to do with, where did it go? It has something to do with, no, I don't want to say that. Like, uh, how can I word this better? Like, maybe we made decisions that were a bit destructive and put us in positions. And uh, not so much that, I mean, if we look at it as the aspect that, hey, I came here to experience all this, and it was kind of mapped out to go through X, Y, or Z in life. Uh, it's kind of that aspect that, hey, this was all written and this is the process and it's probably hell. It really sucks. And I just want to step out. I want to quit. I want to go home. I'm not trying to justify that everything that's going on is okay, depending on what it is. But the easiest way to make peace with it, I feel, is going back to what I said about uh, stepping back and if we can really put ourselves in this role to just go to perfect land, that everything's okay, and we actually can live that or remember how it was, how would we know anything else? How would we know what the struggle is? How would we know what pain is? I'm not saying go further into it in this experience right here, right now. But what I'm getting at is to understand that and now it's like, hey, if I understand it quicker, I can get through it. I can release it. I can change my experience here. We also have to remember that, hey, if I'm from there or wherever it is that we're from, we have amazing abilities that we can manifest, we can change, we can direct our energy, we can change our circumstances. The death card, transitions, that's exactly what I'm talking about. We can change this. Maybe a lot of times I've heard before, and it's a great point here, that uh, when we are a spiritual being, that we came from a special place like that, and the whole time that we're here, we're trying to spend more time there and use our gifts in that aspect, or because that's home, because that was comfortable, because that was normal. Well, now we're here and to implement our gifts into this experience. How can we do that? We can do that on a grander scale, or we can do that on a smaller scale, as in our own experience here. If we're going through this hardship and we just want to go home, we want to step out, we want it to end. This transition is not that. It is, let's use our gifts. Let's change this. Let's go through the hardship and then turn it into something. And maybe that story can help others. That experience of, I went through all of this and I can change this, I can heal this. And then that ripple effect also can be expressed through others. When I was lighting my Palo Santo to start, I have this like little holder above my candle, and it fell in and it snuffed the flame out, as in it's over. And normally, like I took that and, oh, I'm not supposed to do another message. And I was pondering it, and oh, I did do another message, but it's really going that, hey, I wanna go home. I want to be done here. Seven of Cups reversed, discernment with illusions, with what's going on. I don't know what you're dealing with or what's going on here in your head or your experience. If we know all that, kind of what I'd already talked about, or we're aware of it, or we have like a little inclination, and obviously we're awoken to enough of the spiritual aspect of our existence in the process, or whatever we believe in, we know enough that we understand, or we should be able to understand, that this is like not that big of a deal, but it is, because we're here and we're human right now and we're feeling it, and it's painful and it stinks, and I get it, no matter what we're going through. But how can we see it? How can we see it bigger? How can we understand it? What is it that maybe we got to handle here that we picked up in this experience? What do we got to see here? The Seven of Swords, dishonesty. Man, this gave a flashback of like coming here to help and then getting stuck in the wheel of reincarnation, and it was just going to be like one trip and you got stuck. I'm not saying that that's the case, but that's what it's feeling like. And there's a lot of anger, frustration for that experience. Just being here in general, we started talking about society and people and just dealing with their dishonesty and just being really ego driven, and not from the heart, not from love, not from all those experiences, a lot of self gain. Can also look at this as changing the odds of our situation. This is through this. If we are that magical and that spiritual, we have more power than we can know at this time, because we're in this space and everything around us tells us we can't, or we don't know how. We can't put the puzzle pieces together. We can't make sense of it. And we just want to go back to the more comfortable space, what was easier. This is an opportunity, and I'm sure that's part of the purpose. Strength card, inner strength, has obviously gotten you to this point. Maybe it's dwindling a bit right now, but it's time. I want to get emotional here to muster that up again and to continue moving forward. There's a lot of people watching you. Maybe not here in the 3D, but definitely in the other realms. Two of Cups reversed. Misalignment is underneath the Death card. Transition. We're going to stay here for a bit, okay? I'm getting very emotional right now. You got a lot to do here, and not as a punishment, not as we may be seeing it or feeling it, but how can we see the bigger picture, to understand, to put this together, to stick around for a bit longer? If you need somebody to talk to, reach out. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. I will talk to y'all later.